Yeah, I mean, it was a good fight. Didn't really feel like Berlanga, you know, not to be hating, but didn't really win around. He was on the defensive a lot. But, yeah, you know, me and Canelo, me and Berlanga, me and Charlo, you know, I think those are three big fights that the boxing world will love, and three big fights that I'd love to be in as well.
It was Canelo the businessman doing his business calmly, effectively, winning every round against a less skilled fighter who showed heart, competitiveness, size, strength, etc. I think he got Canelo's respect. By the end of the night, I think Canelo was a fan of Berlanga because of the will and the courage that Berlanga showed in hanging in there, taking those left hooks and uppercuts and, you know, weathering the shots and standing in and continuing to show energy and trying in his way to win the fight, but the skill gap was vast. Canelo is a polished craftsman. He has inside game in a very big way, and I give Berlanga a lot of credit for standing in, taking those hooks and uppercuts, and finishing the fight.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. Edgar Berlanga made a great account for himself, don't you think?
100%. I think he earned a lot of fans and certainly a lot of allegiance from Puerto Ricans tonight. But I think even some of the Mexicans in the audience appreciated that he was willing to fight as hard as he could, even though he was losing every round.
And naturally, the elephant in the room once again, Terence Crawford. The conversations, I'm sure Jim will be hearing them abound. What do you think about the fight now that you just witnessed Canelo Alvarez again in the masterclass performance?
I love Terence Crawford, and I want him to have what he wants. But off of what I saw tonight and what I saw in Los Angeles last month when Crawford was fighting my dream off, I am more than ever concerned that he's not big enough and strong enough to take on Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds. And so far, Crawford is 154-pound fighter who's only been to 154 pounds once and didn't get a knockout. So, I just don't see it at this moment. I think there is a very obvious assignment out there for Canelo Alvarez, and it isn't Terence Crawford at this moment. And you know what it is.
That being another elephant in the room, David Benavidez. Benavidez still waiting in the wings. This Canelo Alvarez versus the David Benavidez that we saw last time out. How do you think that fight shapes up?
It's a hell of a fight. It's a very exciting fight. It's a fight we all very much want to see. And it seems for the moment that the more we want to see it, the less Canelo wants to give it to us. And he's stubborn about a lot of things, including being his own boss. So it's up to the public to, in some way, put Canelo's feet to the fire to get him to move off the dime and accept the challenge of David Benavidez.
It was good. I was actually impressed, and I think I just tweeted something out there. He has gained so much experience, just like they all do, just like Canelo did from the loss to Floyd. Berlanga, he'll be okay moving forward. It was a tremendous beating. He's gonna have to take a little time off, but he can deal with any of them other 68s out there. Canelo's by far the best in the division, hands down. So, he'll be okay.
I spoke to Matchroom and they said they would love to do Caleb Plant versus Berlanga.
That's a good-ass fight. I just tweeted that out too. I'd love to see that fight. Good-ass fight.
How do you think that would go?
Good fight. Good fight. Berlanga has gained, both of them have the necessary experience. That will be a war. It'll be a war.
What did you make of Caleb's performance tonight?
I was kind of in the back, and I did McCumbee, but that was McCumbie's Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Sometimes we step down a little bit to play to the competition level of competition, but I thought overall that Caleb did his thing.
Leonard. Canelo Benavidez next.
That'd be a good fight. That's the fight that I would love to see. You just have to wait and see.
Leonard.
Again, you gotta give props to Canelo. He's fighting all these guys, man. And that's why all this bullshit that they talking about, he's scared of somebody, it's bullshit. David Benavidez is my guy, but he put on the pants and just like everybody else, Canelo ain't scared of nobody.
It's a good fight. Yeah.
Did you expect it to go out 12 rounds?
Yeah, but before no, but when his first round start, I saw is Berlanga. Berlanga is, he was ready. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
Does he think Canelo slowed down at all?
I think no. I think no. It is looks great. Looks good. Looks good, but is Berlanga is ready for very good ready. And
There you go.
yeah.
There you go. Thank you, Sergey.
Why do you think Berlanga was able to survive all 12 rounds?
Because he ready, because he want to win.
His desire.
Yeah. No, he ready is mentally, he ready is physical, technical, and he show good fight, and he both show good fight, good performance,
Last question, Sergey. What fight would you like to see for Canelo next? Would you like to see him face Benavidez, maybe a rematch with Berlanga or Crawford?
I don't know. Is Crawford maybe is maybe too small. I don't know. I don't know. Is maybe is today is I like Kelly Plant. It's very good. Maybe it's much.
Tell the fans what we doing next.
We want the Nanchas.
Tell them we going for Canelo next.
Yes. Let's go. Canelo, come on.
You heard it from him.
We are ready.
Just put me in the game, coach. Just put me in the game. Canelo Crawford, the biggest fight in boxing. Gotta get ready for the main event, y'all.
Yeah, so proud because he's never boxed anywhere near that level before. And you know, one of the things that we probably wanted and needed was that fight between where he's been fighting, those levels, and Canelo Alvarez. And it was such a huge jump that the worry is that you're out of your depth. But he never really looked out of his depth in there. You know, we got beat, and we got beat well by a legend, but it was always competitive, the rounds. And I think more importantly, it was the way that he handled the week, the way that he handled the dressing room, the way that he handled the ring walk, the crowd. But for me, one of the most pleasing things was the boxes that he ticked. You know, an impregnable chin that took every shot in the artillery of Canelo Alvarez. And to be honest, like, the knockdown was an incredible left hook. It was kind of like a flash knockdown, but he was never really hurt in the entire fight. And even when he got dropped, he came back, he was firing back, and people loved it. I think his ring IQ, which we knew was better than people anticipated, was good and frustrated Canelo Alvarez at times. But, you know, I said to him after, and he's disappointed, and he should be, because he's a winner and he lost. But ultimately, when he drops back down a level, which is just what you do, because Canelo Alvarez level's so high, he's going to really start to understand the experience that he gained tonight. And like he said about Canelo Alvarez fighting Floyd Mayweather at a young age, that's what he's done. He's stepped up to a whole new level and got a wonderful experience tonight. You know, I said to him earlier, he's secured his entire life and his family's life forever at such a young age. And it's just the beginning. Because right now, I think you have to say that he's probably the #1 name in the division outside of Canelo Alvarez. You know, and there's huge fights out there for him. You know, next year, Jaime Munguia, Caleb Plant, Charlo, Pacheco, our young gun coming through. But he's right now the man in the division as far as I'm concerned. And I'm very proud of that performance. I think he deserves a huge amount of credit. Yeah, I mean, look, Canelo's going to do whatever Canelo wants to do. He's earned the right to do that. You know, if Bivol wins in a couple of weeks, he could have a shot at him for the undisputed championship at 175. Crawford was there tonight chasing the fight. And, you know, he's earned the right to do whatever he wants.
Obviously, you know, I'm a winner at heart, man. So, you know, I'm a little down, but, you know I won the world after this performance. You know, I got dropped in the 3rd round. I came back and, you know, fought a hard fight. You know, I fought a legend, man. So a guy like me, right? You know, the whole world was against me, right? And I was probably like 0 to 100, you know, like 1 to 100 and on the odds, right? And just facing a legend, man, is something different. You know, it's a blessing too to share the ring with him. But I'm excited. You know, I finally got my feet wet at the highest level, or the pinnacle of boxing. You know, and I feel like, you know, I handled it well. You know, we sold the fight great, and we fought a great fight. You know, we gave the fans what they wanted to see. You know, war, and you know that's what Mexicans and Puerto Ricans do. You know, when they go in the ring and share the ring together. Definitely, I put the whole 168-pound division on notice. I know that they know that I'm coming to fight. And listen, you know, facing a guy like Canelo, right? He's the man. He's the top dog at 168. You know, there's no bigger than him. You know, at the 168 division, he's a Floyd Mayweather. He's a Manny Pacquiao. He's that type of guy. You know, when you fight him, it's like a concert. You know, and I feel like I handled it very, very well. You know, I gave my part. You know, and people laugh, right? But for real, right? He's a guy that I looked up to growing up, man. You know, and obviously I didn't want to tell him that, you know. I didn't want to tell him, yo, you're an idol to me. You know, I didn't want to say that because it's like, damn, I'm about to fight this dude. But he's somebody that we always studied, that we always looked up to. And I wanted to fight him. I'm like, damn, I want to fight my idol. But I never told him, you know, I never told the media, I never told nobody, you know, because I felt like people would have really thought that I was going to go out there and just take a knee or something just to get the opportunity to fight my idol, you know. But I told him after the fight, I said, you somebody that we look up to, you know, for many years. And, you know, it's a blessing, man, to be here. You know, I'm not going to lie, this is crazy. You know, 22,000 sold out, you know, it's a blessing. I feel excited, man. You know, I'm glad that, you know, I finally won the world, the boxing world. You know, people was doubting me, you know, even my country, you know, Puerto Rico, and it went viral yesterday, you know, how much people was like disrespecting me from my island, you know, when I sweat blood and tears for my island, you know, Puerto Rico. And then all of a sudden today, it was like the whole island was like rooting for me. You know, everybody was like showing me love. And I seen it, I said, damn, like, you know, God is good, man. And then after this performance, I know, you know, sky's the limit. Like, I know after this is superstar status for real. You know, I experienced the top of the pinnacle of boxing. You know, I fought a legend. I did everything I had to do what fighters should do when they get at that level, you know, like when Floyd Mayweather fought Pacquiao. It was that type of fight, you know. I got friends that was that from New York, and it was like, yo, we trying to go watch the fight in different clubs, and everything is sold out. and that made me feel good. I was like, and this was today, right before the fight. They was like, yo, we trying to watch the fight. We can't watch the fight nowhere in New York. Everywhere is sold out. Every bar, every club, everywhere in New York, you try to go watch this fight, is sold out. And I felt good, you know, because like I said before, you know, it could be 50% people that hate me and 50% people that love me, but they still gonna watch. And you know, like I always say, man, I love my haters. You know, they push me to greatness.
There's a big event in Las Vegas. You know, we was up against UFC, and I feel like we shut them down with this event.
It was a long camp. It was a difficult camp because, you know, we find a legend. So it was a lot of hard stuff going on in the gym mentally. You know, my coach was on me mentally for this fight heavy. When they say boxing is 90% mental, 10% physical, people don't really understand that, but it's really that, man. Everything is mental with the sport. You know, obviously I got hit with a big shot in the third round and I shook it off like nothing. You know, that's the mental. That don't got nothing to do with me physically. You know, if my mental wasn't right, I probably would have stood down there and just taken a knee and just call off the fight, let me get a paycheck, you know. But nah, you know, obviously I showed the world that we're not here for a paycheck. You know, I'm really here to shock the world and just, you know, become a superstar and become the face of boxing. You know, this don't end here, man. You know, I'm on to greatness. You know, I can't wait to get back in the gym. I want to do another main event, probably in New York, Madison Square Garden, or Puerto Rico at the Choliseo, and just, you know, take over boxing, man. You know, Canelo, he's already getting out the door, you know, and I want to be that face at 168.
Oh, I feel good. I feel happy. I did what I supposed to do, win the fight, and I enjoyed the fight. I think it was a good fight for the fans, and I'm satisfied.
Canelo right here in the front, Marcus Hayes with Fight Hub TV. Congratulations again, champion, on a great fight. One takeaway from press row, a lot of people were just saying, you just look like a guy that just loves to get in there and scrap. How much fun did you have tonight? You look like you enjoyed yourself. How fun was this?
Yeah, it was a fun night for me. It's like a one day in the office for me. I love what I do. I love being there, fighting, and give the fans what they want, a fight. And, you know, I enjoy what I do, and I still love boxing, and you can see tonight.
And lastly, for me, tonight, Terence Crawford was with Turkey Al-Sheikh at the other event across town, put out an open challenge to you on the internet with Turkey Al-Sheikh calling you out. What's your response to Terence Crawford's call out tonight?
No comments. Los 12 rounds son para mostrar quién es el mejor. A veces se da el knockout en el boxeo, a veces no se da. Es impredecible. El knockout es impredecible, no puedes predecir un knockout. De querer noquear, claro que quieres, ¿no? De que se dé, también tienes un rival enfrente que está haciendo su trabajo, que se está protegiendo, que se está haciendo su trabajo para no ser noqueado, y es lo que pasa, ¿no? De querer, claro que quiero. No se pudo, pero demostré que soy el mejor. Para eso son los 12 asaltos.
The question was about what was Canelo missing, considering that in the third round he seemed like he was on top of Berlanga, and then the social media comments, especially from Mexico, regarding, okay, why wasn't he able to get the knockout? Canelo answered that, well, what are the 12 rounds for? And the 12 rounds are for showing who's the best. The knockout is unpredictable. You can't just go out and get it because you want to. Did I want to? Of course I did. But there's also an opponent in front of you, someone that also does things well. So I did my thing, and I was able to prove that I was the best throughout all 12 rounds.
No voy a viajar, a ver esa pelea. Pues es una pelea muy competitiva, los dos son buenos peleadores, los dos tienen chance de ganar. Es una pelea 50-50, es muy difícil de predecir esa pelea.
The question was about whether Canelo planned to travel to see Bivol and Benavidez live when they fight and who he's got as a winner. No, I don't plan to travel. And then again, this is a 50-50 fight. A fight between two very accomplished fighters. Bivol is going to have a very tough opponent in front of him. It's going to be a good fight.
Were you surprised by Berlanga's performance in the ring tonight with his skills?
No, I'm not surprised. I think he don't fight like he used to fight. He defend himself a little more. That's why happened what happened. But you know, I did what I supposed to do. No, being there and fight and and do my best and win the fight. Me siento muy contento porque al final de cuentas es un deporte, el boxeo es muy bonito, el respeto después, el deportivismo después de la pelea, creo que dice muchas cosas y me siento muy bien que me haya dicho eso, ¿no? El ser su ídolo yo, el que haya tenido la oportunidad de pelear con su ídolo, pues sé cómo se siente y me siento muy contento, muy satisfecho con lo que pasó esta noche y le deseo todo lo mejor a Berlanga.
The question was about how Canelo feels regarding Berlanga's earlier statement here in the press conference about how Canelo was his idol and he's really happy about having fought against him. And Canelo says that that kind of statement, it feels great because it's something that means a lot to me when someone younger like that says that I'm his idol. And in the end, boxing is a beautiful sport, and the kind of sportsmanship, the kind of respect that's shown after the fight, that's what boxing is all about.
Sí, pues pude haber terminado la pelea en cualquier momento, pero como te digo, Edgar Berlanga también vino a pelear, a salir a hacer su trabajo. La verdad es que no me acuerdo de esa vuelta. Como que sonó la campana o algo así, pensé que sí me acuerdo. Sí, pensé que se había sonado la campana y me di la vuelta ya cuando vi que no, ya me puse al tiro.
Well, it was a two-part question. The first one was whether Canelo felt that the knockout was close at any point in the fight. And then also the second part was what happened in the 10th round. When he kind of turned around, there was general confusion there. Well, the knockout, it could have happened at any point. But like I said before, Berlanga stood in front of me. He was a quality opponent, and he stood in there. And as far as the 10th round, I don't really remember what happened. But yeah, it was like I turned around, I maybe felt like the bell had rung, but it wasn't a big deal.
You've had this big staple career, constant wins after wins. Obviously, I know you said you got to take some time. What does next feel like to you?
Yeah, get time, rest a little bit and enjoy my victory, and then we'll see what is coming. Así es, no, muchas gracias. Muy contento, agradecido con todos ellos que vengan a apoyarme, con Fuerza Régida que se dio el tiempo de venir a acompañarme caminando al ring. Pues mis amigos, todos que estuvieron aquí, siempre muy agradecido. Demi Moore y el otro actor, pues fanático de ellos desde hace mucho tiempo.
Harrison Ford.
Y ese señor, fanático desde hace mucho tiempo y me sorprendió verlos, los vi en el pasillo cuando iba a mi camerino después de la pelea. Me sorprendió verlos, pero la verdad que me siento halagado de que hayan venido a verme.
Well, first of all, I want to thank my friends. They've always been there for me. They are there for me, and they're the world to me. The fact that they're here, that's everything, and I appreciate them a lot. And as far as the celebrity studied event that I had today, that was amazing. Demi Moore, Harrison Ford, I saw them in the hallway just now after the fight, and that surprised me. But I'm a big fan of them, and that was really amazing.
Si me pagan lo que quiero para ir a otros lugares, voy. Si no, no tengo necesidad de ir a otros lugares a pelear. Estoy muy bien aquí, peleando ante mi gente en mi segunda casa. Cualquier lugar que me presente están los mexicanos y me siento muy cómodo haciéndolo. Así que si se da la oportunidad, ¿por qué no? Sería algo diferente, pero no es que esté buscando ir a otros lugares a pelear. Me encantaría en algún momento pelear en Japón. Ese siempre ha sido un sueño para mí porque crecí con el Chololo Larios, que lo tenían ellos y peleaba muchas veces en Japón y lo vi pelear en Japón en videos y me encantaría alguna vez poder tener la oportunidad de pelear en Japón.
The question was about, how maybe the possibility of fighting in Saudi Arabia or his dream of fighting in London someday. What does that look like? Canelo was saying that, I don't really have any plans of doing that right now. If you pay me what I'm worth, I'm willing to consider any and all places. But right now, I'm really happy fighting here in the U.S. in front of my Mexican fans. I feel really comfortable here. And also, maybe someday I would like to fight in Japan. That's actually a dream of mine. I saw Mexican fighters fight there before, and that would be something that I would like to experience sometime.
Thank you so much for coming, for supporting me. Thank you to my people, to my fans, to my team, to my family. And thank you all, Jaimon. Thank you, Luis. My friend, thank you. Good job.